The reigning champions Mercedes struggled just 6 timed laps before the lunch break. Hamilton took over the wheel, but uncharacteristically struggled for grip.
Down to Valtteri Bottas. Oh, and sliding off the road, Valtteri Bottas and George Russell, who hits Bottas. Oh. Yes. Max Verstappen, for the first time in his career, takes victory in Italy. Here comes Hamilton. Oh, Max Verstappen. Hamilton retakes that second place. Verstappen goes into turn one and goes past the Mercedes. Hamilton goes on the outside of turn one and the charge is complete. Max Verstappen leads the World Championship and wins. Sergio Perez wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Down towards turn one from Hamilton, from Bottas, who just has to back up a bit, and Verstappen goes off the track. This is going to be a little tighter than Mercedes would really have liked. Hamilton comes out. Is he ahead of Max Verstappen? No, he is not. And he wins the French Grand Prix. Slows down to take the checkered flag and absolutely crush the opposition. They came, they saw, he conquered. Max Verstappen wins. And it's lights out and away we go. Verstappen's ahead of Lewis Hamilton. But you've got a clear drive on the leg. He will be faster. He's not going to get a chance to win. Lewis Hamilton is with them. They almost touch. They go into movement.
Get out of there, Hollywood. Get out of there, God damn it.
It's not over yet because Hamilton gets another slipstream. I said it wasn't over yet, didn't I, as they came out of left field.
Well, there are many things this afternoon that we have never seen before. And Bernd Maylander in the safety car after a wait of about 3 hours. But we have cars on the track.
The race is unquestionably underway.
As we red flag the race with a race win if we can't get going again. For Max Verstappen, who crosses the line to win the Dutch Grand Prix. Turn up to the max. Hamilton comes out, and there's Max Verstappen right behind Hamilton into the first chicane.
Fair enough to go around the outside. Lewis can't cross over until the white line finishes.
Oh, and it was the merest of touches, but it was enough.
And it's lights out, away we go. Lando Norris does get away very well. Carlos Sainz locks up, going straight on. It's Fernando Alonso. It is Sainz out in front for Ferrari. Here comes Hamilton, round turn 3. He's taking the long way round as he got the momentum to try and squeeze ahead. As into turn 4 they go, Hamilton. Oh, Verstappen has cleared Valtteri Bottas. That's a big move. Dropped back just a touch, complained about his tyres, but has now managed to get enough grip. And Hamilton takes the lead of the race as Lando Norris slides off the track. He finds the checkered flag as a centurion. Lewis Hamilton, it's 100 race victories. And Bottas crosses the line to win the Turkish Grand Prix. It's lights out, away we go. Hamilton gets away well, and he's getting towards Max Verstappen. On the inside, pushes Max Verstappen wide. Can Perez fight back? No, he can't. For the first time on US soil, Max Verstappen wins the US Grand Prix. Hamilton's never won a world title when he's not been leading the championship with fewer than 6 races to go. It's lights out, and away we go here. Into turn 1 we go. Verstappen is into the lead. Ahead of Hamilton, Bottas gets tagged by Daniel Ricciardo. And for the 3rd time here, he wins the Mexico City Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton disqualified from qualifying yesterday, sent to the back of the grid. And that is a mega sprint drive from Lewis Hamilton to come home in 5th place.
So Hamilton finished where?
5th.
Okay.
Lewis, brilliant job. Damage limitation. Fuck them all.
Hamilton will start 10th on the grid. He's never won from 10th. It's lights out, away we go. Bottas gets away well ahead of Verstappen, but Verstappen is coming back at him, and Lando Norris touching up, and here goes Lewis Hamilton. He was last at the start of the sprint. He's trying to take the lead from Verstappen, but he is forced wide by Verstappen.
Michael, that is all about let them race. That's all about let them race.
So Lewis, apparently no investigation necessary for running you off track.
Of course, man. Of course.
I've said it's a 3rd time lucky. Hamilton pulls ahead of Verstappen before they get to the corner, but Hamilton, against the odds, has come home to win the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. It's lights out, and away we go. And it's a good start for Hamilton. It's a good start for Alonso and Gasly. Valtteri Bottas has got a puncture. And you can see that front left tight. The only driver who hasn't stopped yet. His race is coming undone. Hamilton on top in Qatar. Fernando Alonso back on the podium in Formula One. Welcome back, Fernando. And there is the car park right at the end of the lap that Verstappen is now joining. And misfiring, he's going to come into the pit. George Russell takes the checkered flag, back to Bottas in a moment. Has struggled and exceeded track limits. Off for something of a spin. We're in Jeddah this evening.
This is it for Verstappen.
Oh, did he touch the wall?
And down towards the turn 13, then the banked corner.
I don't think he hit the wall, but he certainly used all of the road. First sector, that's the fastest first sector time.
This is the lap of the weekend.
It's Hamilton, Verstappen, Verstappen, Hamilton. But Verstappen can spoil the Mercedes party and ruin that 1-2 as he hits the wall. Hamilton has come out to take pole position. 5 times the championship leaders changed this season. What will happen now as it's lights out and away we go? Bottas, that is Mick Schumacher into the barrier at the infamous now turn 21-22.
Valtteri is driving massively off the pace.
I agree, it's absolute.
Right, so
It's not allowed. It's absolutely not allowed under the regulations. You can't do that.
are Red Bull gambling here on another safety car? It's lights out and away we go again. And Verstappen and Hamilton are going to be neck and neck going into turn 1, and Hamilton's got a better start. Almost hits Verstappen, who goes off the track and then forces Hamilton wide as Esteban Ocon gets ahead of Lewis Hamilton. That was chaos at the start. Perez gets a bit squeezed.
I'm going to give you the opportunity based on what occurred at turn 1-2. We would drop you back behind Hamilton. That is my offer.
Yeah, we'll accept that. We understand the order will be Ocon, Hamilton, Verstappen.
That is correct.
Much Verstappen's going to go down the inside. There's 3 of them, and Hamilton and Ocon touch. But they keep going, and Verstappen now ahead of Lewis Hamilton. And Verstappen takes the lead of the race ahead of Ocon and Hamilton. They go for the move here. Lewis Hamilton trying to get into the lead of the race. They go wheel to wheel into the first corner. Verstappen has to bail out. Lewis Hamilton has to bail out.
That's crazy now. Back to Hamilton to do that strategically.
Oh, they touched and they collided. Right, so we're on board with Hamilton and Verstappen clearly slowing down. This is the DRS zone. Now goes for a lunge down the inside and retakes the lead of the race. And going for it again at turn 27. And Hamilton has now got past Verstappen as he comes home to win the first Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. We've been waiting for this all season long. The finale, the title decider, under the lights here in Abu Dhabi. And Hamilton gets a decent start and he's already ahead of Max Verstappen. There's 3 abreast going into the turn 9 hairpin. Oh, and there Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton almost coming together.
He has to get that back.
No investigation necessary. Max Verstappen about to make what should be his one and only pit stop of this race.
We'll be looking to hold on Lewis. I think we're best to do that.
And Perez will have a lunge up the inside. Inevitably, Lewis cuts back underneath him.
But what Fernando Alonso did there was brilliant defending.
And that's exactly what we expected to happen. He will now drive past him, give him a cheery little wave. Perez with DRS is coming back into turn 9.
Can Perez make it into turn 9? He's saved up a bit of energy from that battery stop.
Dangerous around him. Oh, Checo is a legend.
Absolute animal.
Nicholas Latifi has crashed, and I think that is at turn 14.
Should do, could do.
Lapped cars to overtake the safety car.
And it's ending. And it's ending. Wow.
3.2 miles of racing action all the way to the checkered flag. Where can Verstappen try and get past Hamilton? First overtaking zone is normally down into turn 5. Is Verstappen far enough back? He's going to 18 years and 227 days old. Max Verstappen wins a Formula 1 Grand Prix. The lunge down the inside. Hamilton sees it coming. It's a late lunge by Verstappen, who takes the lead of the race with controversy.
No, Mike, that was so not right.
Here comes Lewis Hamilton though, down the back straight. He's got a slipstream.
2008 Formula 1 World Champion.
Touches Verstappen, they almost make contact into turn 9. Verstappen stays ahead of all the magic moments in Formula 1 in 2021. Red Bull will be delighted, and it's going Dutch in 2021. Max Verstappen, for the first time ever, is champion of the world.
Oh my Lord, Max! Oh my God! Yes! Oh my God! Go ahead, Toto. You need to reinstate the lap before. That's not right. Toto? Yes. It's called a motor race, okay? Sorry? We went car racing.